My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.
Well, on Monday, it was Easter Monday at Hollywoodbets Greyville. There were small fields, competitive racing. It was a Pick 6 carryover. Well, it looks like a competitive card this time round, and just like Monday, there's 7 races. So race number 7 will close things off. I think the place accumulator paid 322 Rand, if I'm not mistaken, on Monday as well. So that was a decent day if you managed to find the right horses in the right races. Well, race number 7 over 1,200 meters, we saw a result in the last race on Monday. I think it was horse number 1 for Duncan Howells and Muzieni that came through to win. I'm hoping that we don't have a repeat of that in this race, because they are betting, I think it's 5-1 the field. Let me read the betting out. Number 2 is at 11-2, 4 at 8-1, 5 at 5-1, 6 at 6-1 shot, 7 at 8-1. And then we got 5-1, number 9, just a guy thing, and the horse number 10, Former Gear, at 6-1. Yep, they are betting 5-1 the field. I'm going to make my play here with 3 horses and 2 unknowns. I'm going to give you the 3 horses in no particular order. Okay, let's go in numerical order. Number 5, Proud Master, Stuart Ferry's runner. I think Stuart's got some nice runners on the day. Keep an eye on his stable. He's looking for his first winner as a trainer, and I think it could happen on Wednesday. Course and distance record clear to see. Give me a rainbow. Well, if you want to talk about a poly specialist, a distance specialist on the surface, you know, they don't come better than Give Me a Rainbow. He is up in class here. I know he's been carrying big weights in lower division races, but I like the fact that after his last start, which was a close-up second on the turf, that they're deciding to test him now, carrying 54 kgs in this B division class. And then just the guy thing, I think he's from the same mold as Give Me a Rainbow, a course and distance specialist, always does well for the stable. And you'd expect another solid run from him. So those are the 3 runners I'm going to play around for the place accumulator and the Pick 6, numbers 5, 6, and 8, 9 Rail. But if I had to pick out 2 other runners, I think it's going to be number 10, Former Gear. I don't know what has happened with this horse. Maybe his rating could have been too high after his juvenile career. And then Voldemort from the Vaughan Marshall stable is a horse that's won on the surface. And on some of his best Cape form lines, he could be there.
Yeah, I think it's a tricky race, these. I think there are quite a few horses in with chances here. And yeah, you could be right with the 3 horses that you have selected. And how does that run off just a guy thing? His last start look now after Strawberry Bear came through to win a grade 3, beating Cousin Casey.
That Bailey Turk was a tremendous win from Strawberry Bear, and I mean, this will just enhance the chances of this horse. But the fact is, this course and distance, he seems to both these horses are just a guy thing. And Give Me a Rainbow ran at Hollywoodbets Scottsville last time. They ran good races, but you know, on the poly track, you have to go with the known horses. And although they take, maybe, stronger, I think both horses, the fact that we know that they are going to give you their best on the surface. So I'll go with the tried and tested, 6, 9, 5. And then I don't know what you make of this horse, Former Gear. We know that he came to the races with a reputation first time out. I can clearly see that win with Craig Zaki. Yeah, when you race horses in those feature races and, they just run off them, we often see them get a big mark as young horses. Could this be the case with Former Gear? I don't know. I'm not saying that, he's not a 100 horse at this stage of his career, but he hasn't shown that.
Yeah, it's probably the mark that was a bit too high for him. Now that he's dropped a few points in the ratings, now races off a mark of 94. He's back on the poly track where he ran a 3rd behind Ishnana, and that was over the 1,000 meter trip. He could be suited to 1,200. He just has a bit more time to settle, and he has won over the 1,200 meter trip. So I think he's a horse that definitely has to go in. I would just throw in one more horse, Deez, and that's number 4, Passage of Power. Just based on the fact that he enjoys a 1,200 meter trip, I still believe that he's a much better horse down the lane at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. But He's suited to the distance. He's taken on fair company in his recent starts. He gets the blinkers on, and if he's allowed a soft lead out in front, he's the type of horse that could be hard to peg back. Marco van Rensburg, Robbie Hill, they're having their fair share of success of late. So he's another horse that I'll throw into the mix. So 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. I think those horses we could possibly play around. I would just ignore Voldemort in this race, just based on the fact that fitness is not on his side as opposed to the other runners. And he could just need his comeback run taking on this type of field. It is a strong race for Voldemort, I thought.
Yeah, you heard Ryle's numbers, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. I'm just going to go 5, 6, and 9. I'm going to stick with those 3 runners, but I'll just keep an eye if there's any betting support for number 10, for McGear. If there is, then it's worth considering. And that is a wrap of the 7 races carded. Thanks to Ryle, Radhakrishna, thanks to the Gallop TV team, and from myself, Dries Dainan, until we meet again. Well, you take care. Salani Kashle.
Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbet helped us in procuring vital, life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.